You know what I didn't ask you about? I'm so sorry, but I want to know. How was your trip to Arizona?
It was fun. Okay.
Was it Arizona?
It was Arizona.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure Dawn doesn't listen to this
Hey, Dawn.
podcast, but if you do, hey, Dawn, I'm going to tell a little bit of your story /
Click, like, subscribe.
Trauma.
Yep.
Sorry.
Oh.
Yeah. Well,
hey, Dawn.
So, we flew into Phoenix and we drove to Flagstaff. Okay. Flagstaff is like 8,000 feet altitude.
Oh.
High. It's right near the Grand Canyon, so we want to see the Grand Canyon, do some other things. So this was the first week in March.
Okay.
It was a blizzard. It snowed us into the Airbnb and we couldn't leave. And Dawn, in particular, for many reasons, stories of car accidents and whatever, is very afraid to drive in the snow. And so even when we attempted to like be brave, we barely got out of the driveway. And I was like, we're going inside and watching movies all day.
Thank God.
And that was the first day of our trip.
Oh my God.
The next
snow in
day,
Arizona.
we waited. It got a little bit, the roads were a little cleared, whatever. We got into the Grand Canyon on one entrance, which was like being plowed as we got there. And then the snow was everywhere. It was insane. And then we got into the east entrance. We had to wait like an hour and change for them to plow the south entrance, which is like the main show. I'll send you pictures. And then got to do that. And that was like really cool and fun. And everything was like fine and la-di-da. And then we went to Sedona after that. And Sedona was beautiful and didn't snow. And even weirder.
Okay.
I've been on 2 trips. 2 fun lady trips, if you will. Okay?
Huh? Yeah.
One was to Boulder, Colorado. One was to Sedona. Okay? Our cousin Jenna, follow me here.
Yeah.
Lives in Colorado. So I was like,
yes.
Hey girl, I am going to Colorado. What's up? You want to hang on a Tuesday? And she was like, hot diggity dog damn. I am away that week. And I was like, oh man, bummer. Okay, go to Sedona. The bitch posts an Instagram. She's in Sedona when I'm there. And I was like,
my God.
Bitch, I'm in Sedona.
Oh my God.
And she goes, holy cow, we're 13 minutes away, but I'm heading to the airport. And I'm like, Jenna, what's happening?
Oh no, misconnection.
So I think I have to hang out with her. Like, I feel like there's some weird magnetic thing.
Right.
But so that was
Something's
pretty
happening.
silly. The rest of the weather was like unbelievable. It's really pretty there. The hikes are cool. Although one hike, we wanted to do a sunrise hike.
Yeah.
And we kind of went the wrong direction. And it was like a scene in the movie where we were like, this must be the hike. And so we started walking. We're like, it's kind of wildernessy, whatever, off the beach.
There's a bear over there.
Oh, a pack of coyotes. We did not see.
Okay.
We hear one little howl and we were like, all right, well, it's the morning. And okay. Then we hear another howl. We're like, oh, is there more than one? Then we hear them lose their fucking shit. Have you ever heard a pack of coyotes? It's not just like, it's like, and I literally grabbed on. I go, we're leaving right now. And we
turned
around right away and then realized we were on the wrong trail. And we were literally like just walking into the forest of Sedona. Then we got back on the right trail.
Okay. Did you see the sunset?
We did. We saw the sunset
good.
from another place, but
we did it.
Yeah, it's kind of like a bunch of like just silly, weird stuff. But I would love to go with you. It's really, really pretty. There's something about they have these things called vortexes where it's like believed that the particular Earth literally has like more energy. Like if you measured it in
you were
specific regions. And I have your gift.
Gift?
I never sent it to you.
You don't need to.
I literally went to a crystal store to buy you a gift, and it's this cool ass thing.
Wait, don't tell me.
Fuck did I put it? I bought you. I had a whole thing.
Is it in the vortex?
No, I brought it home, but like, oh my God, I have to send you your gift. Things have just been slipping.
Okay.
And so
that's very kind of you.
So the whole we like tried to go on hikes that were like in the vortexes, and listen, maybe it's just woo woo, but I felt good.
Charged.
Yeah, you feel really good.
Ooh, I love that.
And I kind of I was like, this is a pretty cool retirement, like outdoorsy vibe. It's cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was super chill, fun. minus just like these weird wonky things like getting snowed in Arizona. But I guess, I don't know, March I guess is not warm enough.
Global warming is real. So, sorry to end on that note, but
I tell you.
Yeah.
Sisters who've seen it. We are the sisters who've seen it. Sisters, shooby-dooby-doo-wop, sisters, shooby-dooby-doo-wop, sisters, sisters who've seen it.
Hello.
Hello there.
One jump, head of the mountain. Wow. Hey. What's up, guys?
If you're not singing to Aladdin, what are you doing?
Singing and dancing, because, like, let's go.
Yeah. I can open your eyes.
We're going to open your eyes, take you wonder by wonder, over, sideways, and under, on a magic carpet ride. It's a whole new world with us. Gonna introduce ourselves to you.
Oh, na, na,
Should I keep singing? Okay.
Will be the whole episode.
Yes.
So if you cannot take it, press stop. Go to another one. That's what we're gonna be doing.
I won't sing our introductions.
Okay.
All right. So, listeners, we are the Sisters Who've Seen It, the podcast where two sisters who are not movie critics look back on some of our favorites throughout the years through a psychological, ethical, and familial lens. I'm Katie.
I'm Bridget.
And a whole new world.
A magic place
I never knew. That's a really beautiful song.
This won awards for it.
Good. Because, wow. I was like, this is a good fucking song.
When we talk about our childhood with our van that had a TV in it, because we were fucking kid ballers.
Wow.
And we would put in the Disney sing-along. And when this would come on, I was always like, yes.
This song was on
because
the tape.
The way you would drive, you didn't get, it was like an hour tape. You didn't always have an hour drive. So sometimes you're bopping into one kid's soccer practice. You're bopping into school. And so you don't always get Aladdin. And when it would come on, I was ready for it. It's like Lion King. I was like, yes, great one.
I feel like the videos, we had two of those Disney sing-alongs. They also did the Prince Ali, like that was another one. That's a good song too. What's the movie if people don't know what's happening?
1992, which is the year that's not the best year, but before the best year for a movie. Disney's Aladdin.
This is the animated version because y'all, when Bridget and I go look it up, it doesn't want us to find the animated version. It wants to remind us that Will Smith played the Genie.
No.
The live action movie.
It's Robin Williams. And
it is Robin Williams.
I get why people want to do live action, but is there ever been a successful live action from an animated? No, right? We all just want the animated. Besides Broadway. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mary and I did see the live action Aladdin in theaters, and it was a very eventful evening. The fire alarm went off mid-movie.
Oh, God.
And then the entire theater multiplex had to get evacuated. And then somebody walked around and was like, here's a little voucher for free tickets. And I was like, should we go home? Or is there a real fire, or are we going to get to go in to see the movie? And the lady's like, oh no, I think you get to go in. I was like, so this is an extra free movie? And she looked at me and was like, I guess so. And I was like, okay, good. I'm not giving it back. We go back in. The movie starts up again. And this was me showing my age. And this was years ago. I feel like this was over COVID or close to. Some fucking preteens come in all rowdy and they start causing a goddamn ruckus. And I'm trying to watch this trash live action movie and I'm so over it. And one of them takes another kid's shoe and they throw it in the air and it almost hit me and it landed next to me in the seat.
Karen?
And I grabbed the shoe and I slammed it down on the armrest between them because they were in front of us. And I leaned forward and I said, you better put your shoe on and hang on to it or I'm going to get the manager. And they were like, whoa. And then they left the
So
theater.
you were Karen. You were
Yeah, I
movie
fucking
theater
was.
Karen, damn.
I
Dolby's
take my
finest.
movie theater watching experience is serious business,
God,
okay?
that's-
And if you're gonna get in my way, I will threaten you like a white lady. All right?
I think I would have peed my pants watching that.
Yeah, I was scary. Mary was mortified, by the way. Mary was like, I'm embarrassed and I want to leave. And I was like, we're gonna sit here and watch Will Smith, okay? Because we paid money for this, so.
God, you're like,
it was a bad movie.
You're bringing me back though. You know, like when you were younger though, like sometimes movie theaters were the only place you could like cause a ruckus at. Like, I'm not justifying, but like you remember 11, 12? It's like, oh my God, I sat next to Matt and he touched my thigh.
It was rough. So I do blame the live action Aladdin for all my troubles and woes
Wow.
in a sense. So anyway, the animated version though is pretty good. I gotta say.
So your point on great music, 2 Oscars.
Thank God.
For Best Original Song, Friend Like Me, and A Whole New World.
They won 2?
That includes 2 for Best Original Song. 1 for Friend Like Me and 1 for Whole New World. Best
won?
Original Score. Sorry. Original Song, Friend Like Me. Original Score, Whole New World. Or Original Score for the movie.
I'm lost. I'm lost in the magic carpet. I don't know.
I guess like
they do recycle that like that music, so I guess that could be the score.
I don't know the way this person fucking wrote this article.
It deserved to win. And Alan Menken, I believe, who has done other Disney movies. Did he do Beauty and the Beast too? Alan. I feel like probably, right?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, their music's great. And you said it, but Robin Williams, man, oh man.
God, he's so good.
He's so fucking good. I do know a fun fact is a lot of the Robin Williams parts, it's like he recorded his lines before they did the animation, and then he also like ad-libbed. So like,
so cool.
Which it feels like him. Like it just some of the parts you're like, oh yeah, nobody else wrote that in a script like Robin Williams. That just came from his brain, his mouth and his brain. And he just did that. And then they're like, perfect, we'll animate that. Go team, go.
There's some sad things too about like he barely got paid. And as a result, he was like, don't use my image. And then they like did anyways when promoting it. And he was such a goddamn angel, you know? Like, what a little earth angel.
20 years ago and Disney hasn't changed. So,
yeah.
Bridget, your synopsis.
So there's this guy who's a street rat. His name is Aladdin. He's got a monkey, a boo, who's his little boo. And they steal shit in this cool, fictitious Arabic Middle East area. And then everyone tries to kill them. And they're like, JK, you can't. And meanwhile, the princess, who is Jasmine, is trying to get married off. And she does not want it. So she decides, I'm going to go into the street, meets Aladdin when she pretends to be a street rat. Then they have a little rendezvous. Then Aladdin somehow gets kerfuffled up with Jafar, who is the Sultan's like right-hand man, who's like really this evil dude with some crazy-ass parrot who's his buddy. And by the way, Jasmine has like a crazy tiger buddy, and like I want an animal buddy, but that's for another day.
Too.
And so then Jafar's like, yo, can you go like get this lamb? Because apparently you're the chosen one, which I have lots of questions about that. And then he gets the lamp, meets Genie, who is Robin Williams. He gets 3 wishes. He does a bunch of wishes, which is basically like, I want to get that Jasmine's attention. Genie's like, I can't make her love you, but I can make you a prince. And he's like, let's fucking do it. So then becomes Prince Ali, meets Jasmine. Jasmine's like, you know, I feel like I kind of know you. He's like, no, you don't. No, you don't. And then eventually she really finds out, you're the fucking street rat dude, who I loved anyways. You don't need to be a prince. Mind you, Jafar totally gets caught because everyone's like, you're bamboozling the Sultan, okay? And Jafar's like, this fucking Aladdin, I'm trying to be the Sultan. Then he finds the lamp. He then becomes the genie's master, but is evil, does all this crazy shit, and then Aladdin bamboozles him in the end, frees Genie. Everyone's having a fucking field day.
I certainly did. All right. Wow, that gave me a little bit of of flashbacks to when I did the Jurassic Park synopsis. Yours was nowhere near as long, but you checked those boxes, Bridge. Proud of you.
I really...
Wow.
I have to say...
You got into it.
Truthfully, whenever you recommend animated movies, a part of me is always like, ugh. Like, I know I don't say that to you, but I'm just like...
Basically, all my recommendations Bridget doesn't like, because it's either horror movies or animation.
And then, in this case, when I watched it, I was like, I'm so wrong. This is a phenomenal movie.
Yeah.
Definitely, like, weird appropriation, weird culture. We don't know who the fuck we are, bad shit. But it wasn't anything, I think, offensive. I think it was just like vague blanketing. But the story's good. There's always action. There's no parts that make no sense. The music rocks. The characters are great. Like, the actual drawing held up. I mean...
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I mean, the last Beauty and the Beast, like the Beast, right? His face changed like 4,000 fucking times in that one. This is close to the same like time frame, and Aladdin seemed to look the same the whole time. Same with Genie.
Yeah,
it was
great. No wonky eyes in this movie, which was good. Yeah, and some of the animation definitely looked like it was like 3D-ish, like when you see the tiger cave, the tiger sand cave man, the Cave of Wonders guy, that was like cool 3D stuff. And then some of the like lava and
very video game. Like I was like, I mean
the Sega
game.
Genesis. I was like, let's get it up and running. I'm ready to play.
Oh my God.
All right. Well, Bridge, we start off with Arabian Night with the sand in the dude. He's got a camel selling you shit and kind of narrating, except he's only in that part of the movie and then he disappears. We never see him again.
I kind of thought that. I go, he couldn't have come back. Like, he couldn't have come back at the end, but I think they were like, Robin Williams is too fucking good. How can we bring back this little dude? Even though I know it was Robin Williams, you know? That was his voice, by the way. Okay.
Well, and I feel like I've seen theories, not that I read a lot of Aladdin from 1992 Reddit theories, guys. However, I do feel like I've seen a theory where they're like, that guy in the beginning is actually the genie and he's actually just hiding and like, cause now he's free. So he's just like finding people to tell the cool story to. And that's why he disappears, but he really doesn't cause he's the genie.
Oh, I love that.
I know. Whoever wrote that, kudos to you.
I mean, I thought when he became free, like, oh, do his powers go away? But the fact that he gets to keep his powers, I'm like, that's
pretty cool.
Is awesome.
Yeah, because he can grant, like, billions of wishes then.
For himself. He can do whatever he wants.
Free will for free wishes, right? But yes, we do get basically this whole backstory. And it actually starts off with Jafar. I didn't remember this was how we technically start. Jafar's being sketchy in the desert. I mean, clue number one, that he's a red flag, guys. And magic beetles giving the mummy vibes.
That
Brendan Fraser
was so cool.
I mean, it is cool.
Like the two
flying
gold beetles go together and it flies and creates a sand lion.
Well, tiger, but yeah.
Okay, tiger. And I just thought, like, I don't know. I was like, I know it's Arabian Night. I know they're like going after this kind of like, you know, deserty vibe, but they combined a lot that I just ate up. I just ate up the cheese ball, like, fucking salad.
There was very, like, the atmosphere, you know, it was very Arabian Night. A lot of stuff. Did you see the tiger had his ear pierced, too? His sand ear? He had an earring. I was like, damn.
What?
That's right. He did. I guess it's culture. I don't know.
What? Okay.
Yeah. But basically, he's like, all right, little plebe man, you're gonna go in this scary cave and you're gonna get a lamp. Don't ask questions. And the guy's like, sure. And then the tiger's like, hey, only a diamond in a rough man person can come in here. He doesn't elaborate further on what that means, so that's good. And then he's like, don't fucking touch shit. And the guy's like, I won't. And then he's like, just kidding, I'm gonna kill you because you're not the guy who's allowed in. Or as Bridget mentioned, not the chosen one. But we don't use that phrase. Okay. They use a diamond in the rough.
Yeah. And why?
Yeah.
Why? Because here's the thing. If you're some sorcerer and you're like, I get it. He needed the other beetle part. Again, this movie's very well done. We didn't just like have both beetle parts that he sends in random dudes. He did his homework. He had to get his beetle part. And then he's like, okay, well, if the guy's a beetle part, maybe he's like the dude. But he could have like also used his sorcery to figure out who was the dude and then figure out why he's the dude. Like, why
I don't
is
know
he
if
the
he
dude?
ever knew that was a requirement for this Cave of Wonders. I think that was the first time he heard about it. And that's when he's like, well, I guess we'll
go back to the drawing board.
Just back to the drawing board. Yep, here we go. And then it's Aladdin. Aladdin is played by the same actor who played Steve from Full House.
Which,
people don't forget.
That voice.
Good voice.
I love.
Was he the voice of Kovu also from Lion King 2, Simba's Pride?
Google it, and we can edit out the time.
All right, let's see, because that's important. People like Kovu, including me. Yeah, no, I made it up. I made it all up. I'm so sorry. Who was Kovu's voice? Oh, you know who's Kovu's voice? Is the guy who was Max from the Goofy movie. Was
he's
Kovu's
got a great
voice.
He's got a great voice too.
Okay, I'm sorry we went down the Cave of Wonders on that. Yeah, so anyway, he's Aladdin, and right away he's like, I'm stealing bread and gonna sing a song about how I'm a street rat, and it's fun and silly because, you know, I'm Aladdin and I'm a nice guy, and you're like, okay, I agree, I guess. Oh.
I mean, he is nice.
He is nice. He gives his bread to poor kids, even though he's like, I'm poor, but here's some bread. Okay. And I'm like, wow.
Agree. And here's the thing. We have the Disney formula.
We do.
He doesn't have parents. Okay.
No.
Jasmine doesn't have a mom. We don't ask about it. But
nobody knows.
He's not like an arrogant loser dick. Like, he's always a nice dude. And then Jasmine is like, hey, I got opinions too. And then they like be themselves. And that's what creates the love. That's a beautiful message.
Being yourself.
Be yourself.
Equals love.
Put that on a fucking t-shirt.
I will. And I'll sell it in Agrabah at the bazaar. Okay? But Aladdin right away gets, reminded day in, day out, he's a street rat, riff-raff, scoundrel. Smack that. I don't think that's
Let's not be too hasty. Still I think rather tasty. Habba-dabba-doo, habba-dabba-doo, habba-dabba-dabba-doo.
So many fucking good lines. But yeah, he's like, wah, everybody calls me poor. And it's true, but I hate it. And I want to be rich one day. And one day I'll be rich. And you're like, you know what? Dream big, Aladdin. I don't know. You do you. And then, yeah, we see Jasmine and she's like, fuck being married. I'm trying to get out of here. And I'm like, correct, actually. And she always references that this is like a law. She's like, the law is wrong, Dad. And I'm like, I do say that line often about many things
well, and
in
then
our country.
That's the only part of the movie at the end of it. He's like, well, if I am the Sultan, I guess the new law is this. I was like, you fucking waste of space. The only thing that, is like, they're not going to fit this in a Disney movie, but that's like a big ass castle. And if we learn anything from the Prince of Egypt, to get that castle, probably on the backs of a lot of people. And like,
a lot of slaves.
She's kind of like, ugh, I hate this life. And the Sultan's like, why won't my daughter marry anybody? Like, if I'm a townsperson, I'm like, these fucktards, like.
I had some concerns
Disney.
for Jasmine as the movie went on. I was like, why doesn't Jasmine have any, like, hobbies? Like, every time we see her, she's like, ugh, I'm just sitting here pouting. And I'm like, Jasmine, do you want to try painting? Do you like reading? Maybe you could educate the children in your spare time. Like, I understand why you're like, I gotta get out of here, because you just don't do anything.
Does her Tiger Raja need an ear piercing?
Probably.
I mean,
all right? I'm just saying.
Yo.
Yeah, it is funny when her and Aladdin get, like, together, because she busts out, and then he's like, whatever, helps her not get murdered for being stupid. And he's like, come to my, like, I'm sorry, I did think of the Boondock Saints, where it's like, come to my sketchy, weird concrete apartment area, but it's not an apartment, and don't ask questions. All right? The toilet was thrown out the window. Okay? You can't use that. but it was worth it.
I mean,
Yeah.
but like he's thinking that she's like him, so he's like, yeah, man, just hey, it's our humble abode. But he goes, but look at the view. Now that's a guy with a vision. Okay.
Yeah.
Because if you're gonna have the shittiest house, at least have a good view.
This is true. This is true. But it is just funny how she's like, my life is hard, and you're like,
is it?
Okay. And then he's like, my life's hard too. I never have food or shoes.
Exactly.
And I'm like, these problems are not the same.
And I have no parents, and we won't acknowledge that either. Trauma. My
every
best friend
day
is a monkey.
Every day they're trying to kill me. Yeah, like, and he gets captured. I feel like Jafar might be. Because Jafar figures out Aladdin is the diamond in the rough.
Yes.
Mark.
Jafar really keeps fucking up with Aladdin, okay? And Jafar's like, you're the diamond in the rough, aka the chosen one. We're going to send you into the desert. It's not Prince of Egypt. It's not Prince of Egypt.
No,
and then
not Prince of Egypt.
The tiger with the earring. You're going to do your thing and just go. He's like, just go find the lamp, and then you can have all the money in the world. And then Aladdin's like, this is great because I just met this hot lady, and let's fucking party. But Jafar was sneaky about it because he was like a prisoner, so he didn't want him to know it was Jafar asking.
It's him. A lot of heists Jafar does.
Yo, Jafar.
I'm like, should you just hang out with George Clooney in Vegas and maybe you'll be all right.
David Blaine is Jafar.
Jafar is David
Blaine.
I fucking wrote David Blaine's name in my notes. I'm not kidding you. Kid you. I said right here, goddamn David Blaine magic tricks. Bridget! You're reading my mind, David Blaine.
Uh-oh.
Stop it.
No. So,
David!
Although it was kind of, I'm like, Jafar, you could do all this cool stuff. Like, you turn into other people. You're, traveling the world and somehow get back to the palace. And you're using this dinky little staff on the Sultan. I kind of thought, you got nothing else? You know what I mean? He was a bad executor, and I'm blaming the parrot. I'm blaming...
Oh, Iago. It's his fault.
So what was the voice actor's name?
Gilbert Gottfried.
Gilbert Gottfried, who's all over the goddamn 90s. I think it was his fault. I think he was so distracted by his insane voice, he couldn't focus.
Jafar is giving, Worm Tongue from the Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. It's giving our current state of America. And I hate everyone about it. Who needs to steal the snake staff and break it? Anybody at all. Break something, because I'm over it. Yeah. But anyway.
The problem is the Sultan in that scenario
is also
40%
Jafar.
of the population.
There's a lot of problems. But hey, guess what? We do get to the Cave of Wonders, and the tiger's like, listen.
Enter the cave.
With his fucking blinged out earring. I can't.
Yeah. He's a fucking Aladdin, DJ on the weekends.
He originally was like, only one person can come in the cave. And I was like, okay, rules are rules. And then fucking Aladdin rolls in with Abu. And I was like, okay, so fuck the rules.
Abu?
We do what we want.
Abu's a ride or die friend. But Abu was a problem. Still in that ruby,
Abu's a menace. Abu is Saxton from the White Lotus. A little bit, maybe. I'm just saying, if you had a monkey brother, they might make out.
Gross.
I'm sorry. There also is a rule they can only touch the lamp, and then they meet the magic carpet, which the magic carpet's fucking cool.
The best.
If I met a man with a magic carpet, I'd go on a date with them.
Swag?
I might go on 2 dates with them.
Do you want to ride?
Magic carpet ride? I do.
At night to go see fireworks?
The sentient magic carpet who's going to pick a flower for me mid-air? Yeah,
you also know that carpet is cleaning itself, is vacuuming.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
You're not doing anything. It's great.
It's got a personality. And, I did love how they anthropomorphized it, because I was like, this could have just been I don't know, a flying thing, and that's cool. But no, he's got a personality. And I don't know, they're allowed to touch the carpet, so I guess that doesn't count as the rules. And the carpet's like, I know where the lamp is, and here we go. And all is good till boo. Then it's not good.
Very Indiana Jones takes the giant ruby from the hands Aladdin's like, Abu, no! And then the tiger's like, you bitch! And then caves in.
It's exactly what he says in this G-rated Disney movie. Correct.
Somehow they're like, now we got Carpet's the bestie, Abu's the bestie, Aladdin's the bestie, and we got a lamp. Aladdin
and we got fire.
It's like, listen, Abu, you're making me crazy, but I'm always your ride or die. So don't worry about it. We'll figure it out. Although we're kind of in a dilemma. We're in a pickle here, if you will.
Yeah, because they get the guy who we know is Jafar, but Aladdin doesn't know he's Jafar, is basically like, give me the lamp. And then Aladdin's like, great, help me up. And the guy's like, fuck off, I'm gonna kill you. And then Abu gives him a monkey bite. Very Mrs. Doubtfire. Okay. End of the movie, they reference a monkey bite, I'm just saying. Abu secretly gets the lamp.
Ooh,
now they're all together. And they're not dead. And they're stuck in a cave. I don't know why it's not filled with sand. It is a cave of wonders. And Aladdin is like, there's something on this lamp. Let me give it a little rub, nudge, nudge. And thank God now we got Robin Williams.
Yo.
It's a great day.
Everything gets better once Robin Williams shows up.
Fucking
the
good.
Energy, heart, love, he's there's something about him where I know if you were in a room with him, that high energy, you would assume you'd be annoyed of it. Like, you'd assume it's too much. But I don't know how he does it. It's like, I want more by the end of it. I'm like, it's like, you know how Jim Carrey for like a point in time, like just had a shtick, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know, part of me like looks back now and I'm like, okay, that was like a little much. He was like he was using his butt cheeks to talk as he would bend over.
We do remember that.
Not Robin Williams. Somehow I rewatch him, I'm like, he's still good. How does he do it?
He's got a lot of good lines. One of my favorite lines he says at this part, because Aladdin's very chill, by the way. I'm like, did you sniff something, Aladdin, before we got here? Because you're just really rolling with the punches.
He really
here.
is.
Did you eat something? A mushroom, maybe? And he's like, I must have bumped my head. And then the genie's like, I'm a genie, blah, blah, blah. And he's doing all this stuff to prove it. And then Aladdin's like, oh, you're a magical genie. And Genie goes, that's right. He can be taught. And I was like, that's a good line. I'll keep that in my back pocket.
Not only could you say it, but you could test if someone knows it's from the 1992 animated film
like,
Aladdin.
I'm not insulting you. I'm actually quoting 1992 animated feature film Aladdin. Thank you. A Friend Like Me. I'm surprised this was the song that they picked for best song at the Oscars.
Okay. Let me triple check this. Hold on. Now I'm like really
better.
second guessing myself.
I mean,
Aladdin movie, 1992
really is majestic.
awards. Which is the awards? Why is
Oscars.
Billy Crystal showing up? Hold on.
Billy Crystal hosted the Oscars many years, Bridge. Less than Whoopi, but close.
Okay, so hold on.
Okay.
Whoopi doesn't have eyebrows.
There are no eyebrows.
Where the fuck? Awards. Okay.
Awards. Never had a friend like me.
Okay. Haha! I figured it out.
Okay.
Academy Award. Best Original Score. 1. Best Original Song. A Whole New World won. Friend Like Me was nominated.
Okay. I'm glad A Whole New World won.
Wait a second.
Because
Golden Globes. Best Original Song, A Whole New World.
Yeah.
Hold on. Grammys. Record of the Year, A Whole New World.
What?
Song of the Year, A Whole New World. Best
Record
Pop
of the
Performance
Year?
by a Duo or Group, A Whole New World. Best Musical Album for Children, Aladdin. Best Instrumental Wow, there's a lot of Grammy categories. A Whole New World just fucking cleaned up.
They won Best Album?
Wait a second.
For
Are you ready for this? And the MTV Movie Awards.
Get the fuck
Best
out of here.
Comedic Performance, Robin Williams.
Oh! Thank fucking God. Okay. Well, that's it.
That's it. Those are all, wow. That's, wow.
Wow. Well, listen, You Never Had a Friend Like Me is a good song.
It really is.
It's,
never had a friend. But it's a conditional
it's
love.
more just like,
no? Conditional love?
It feels a little conditional. And it's funny because when they're going through the song, I'm like, why? This is a song about friendship. I'm like, why isn't this referenced more for like children and learning? And then I'm like, oh, because most of the song is Robin Williams being like, I'm your slave and I'll do what you say. And I'm like, oh no, that's not friendship at all. That's actually the opposite. That might be bullying a little.
Friend like me.
So fun.
Like the coolest thing is you would think they don't even need to go to different like background, like beautiful backgrounds, but somehow we're in like city streets, palaces,
Yeah.
deserts. All of a sudden, we're on this like weird island that he's like becoming
We
a
do
prince.
go to an island.
Then we jump off like a cliff and we're in the ocean. I'm like, how are all these places so close? Like, this is so cool.
We do go a lot of places geographically, and Genie helps them get out of the cave. Aladdin does not use a wish. He kind of does a little trick, little street rat tricking, if you will, a little David Blaine magic trick. And Genie gets him out, and he's like, cool, I still got my 3 wishes. And Genie's like, God damn, you sneaky bitch. And then Genie gives him the rules, more rules. I can't kill people as a wish. I cannot make anybody fall in love. And I cannot bring anyone back from the dead. And then you also can't wish for more wishes. So it's technically 4 rules. Those aren't bad rules to follow.
Those are fair.
They're fair. So Aladdin's first wish is he's like, well, I like this girl that I met once, but she's a princess and she has to marry a prince and I'm a street rat. Did you know? Because I am.
Let me tell you.
Make me a prince.
Kitty.
And then Genie's like, I'm gonna fucking do it.
Katie, you got 3 wishes. The listeners are here. Maybe someone is your genie out there. What are your 3 wishes? Because you know what would happen to me? I'd get the genie. Like, you have 3 wishes. And I'd say, it's going to take me at least 20 years to figure out my first wish. Because I don't fucking know. Because that's so stressful.
Based on the day that I had today, one of my wishes might be, I wish that people did their job.
Oh, Katie, you only have 3 wishes. Like,
I mean,
let's get more strategic.
I do just think that would make my life a lot easier, though. But
all right.
and I don't know. I mean, I would have to think about it, I think.
Wouldn't that be stressful? Like, you're just sitting there, like, what are they?
I feel like I would worry that it would be like a monkey's paw situation, where whatever you wish is like you get it, but then like bad stuff happens. So, like, I feel like I would think about that a little bit more.
Oh man,
that does kind of happen to Aladdin though, because when he gets turned to the prince, you're kind of like, it is cool, but then the downside is you're lying to this lady.
Totes.
And this is the Prince Ali Fabulous It gives Macy's Day Parade vibes.
Oh,
it's giving Turbo Man.
Fucking
Fly
Robin
Turbo
Williams
Man, use your jetpack.
pretending to be Macy's Day Parade announcers.
It's so good.
It's so fucking good. This is Beauty and the Beast when the silverware are dancing. This is pretty.
It is.
This is beautiful. Yeah. Disney just has such fucking unbelievable like illustrators. I loved it. It was gold. It was shiny. It was peacocks. It was absurdities. It was great.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very, very excessive. Jafar is not into it. The Sultan's really into it. Jasmine's not into it.
She's not.
But
she's not feeling it.
Aladdin comes on in and he's like, what up? I'm a prince. Don't ask questions about it. And Jafar's like, I'm going to ask. And the Sultan's like, I'm not. And marry Jasmine. And Jasmine's like, how fucking dare all of you talk about me?
Okay. The whole law thing, Jasmine has to marry another prince before what blank birthday, and then what happens?
Something happens. I think the dad gets to pick. And then the dad, because Jafar brings this up at one point where Jafar is like, oh, you can just pick. And he's like, you should pick me. And then the dad's like, no. And then Jafar lies and is like, oh, actually, if she doesn't pick and you don't pick, then it just becomes me. Also, don't ask questions. And I was like, we should all
just read the law
and read. We should be reading. Jasmine needs a book because that girl's been laying there looking at the wall for too long.
I mean, the Legally Blonde version of Jasmine going and fighting the Supreme Court to change the law about her marriage situation.
About her own marriage contract.
Because here's the problem. So they like blended. So apparently the original like Aladdin is like Chinese, like ancient Chinese.
Oh.
And then they like add Arabic. And then they add like Indian, and then they add like Persian, and so it's just like a smattering of things. So part of me was like, oh, is she being like married off as part of the culture? Like I was like, you know what I mean? And then it was like, no, the law. I'm like, okay.
They made it more like, that she was
happening?
Like a royal family that it had to happen, and not just that like she was a lady.
I get. Well, because you know we're also like doing this in the whatever olden times. I don't know. Yeah. So I was
1992 olden times,
which is so sad. That's so far away now.
But you know, Aladdin's like, Genie, I'm trying to, like, get it going. He's like, she's not into me. What do I do? Woe is me. And the genie's like, hey, you should just be honest. Women like honesty. And I'm like, again, Genie's correct. Genie's always correct. Genie?
Where is your YouTube video? Because first he says, you need to listen to her, number one. Then he says, why don't you ask her a fucking question about herself? / why don't you tell her something nice? Like, she's beautiful. All the things you told me, why don't you tell her? And he's like, and 3, be yourself. That's all we need, people. Listen, ask us fucking questions, and just be yourself. That's it. Okay? Right?
Should Genie start his own matchmaking business?
Yes.
I would watch that on Netflix.
Millionaire matchmaker with Genie.
I would watch the Genie Millionaire Matchmaker in Agrabah. I would. And all the women would reject Aladdin because he's lying and we don't like it. But he does have the magic carpet, as we've mentioned. And
so
that is big brownie
that
points.
Is a plus for that kind of contradiction our needs.
I'm sorry to say that.
Although it was super smooth how they were going to kiss and then the magic carpet bumps him up to kiss. I mean, that's some, as the kids say, swag.
That's some swag.
I know the word swag is bad to say because it's so outdated. And I know it's bad when I was in like a corporate meeting at an old company and some like 7-year-old dude was like, we need some swag, talking about like not actual apparel. He meant like,
yeah.
And I thought, oh no. It's like, you know, your mom joins Facebook. Facebook's done.
I love Facebook.
But I'm old, so I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, and they go on a magic carpet ride. It is the best song. It won best album at the Grammys, apparently. Who else would made an album that year? Where was Celine Dion? Or Spice Girls even? Were they around in 1992? I'm just surprised by that fun fact. I'm sorry. That stuck with me.
Your that beautiful singing brought me back into our old neighbor, Ashley. You could blip out her and I used to fucking belt this song out.
Who was the Aladdin? Who was the Jasmine?
I think we kept flip-flopping. I don't even know. Okay. I don't know. But I'll tell you this. I bet her parents hated us. It's probably annoying as hell.
You guys got up to a lot of stuff together. I remember you guys
so much Backstreet Boys dancing and dancing, singing.
You guys, do you remember making a haunted house in her basement and then you made me go through it and you pulled me on a wagon through the haunted house? It was so scary. I was like a 4-year-old. Like I don't even know. It was so bad.
Sorry. Is that why you love horror movies?
And there was a Fred Flintstone doll and you guys shoved pins in it like a fucking Hellraiser or some shit. And I was like, I gotta get out of here.
I'm sorry. So real talk, I have no memory of that.
I remember that.
Oh my god.
I was kidnapped by you and your friend. So anyway, that was not a whole new world. Soul.
I'm so glad I bring up your trauma all the time.
Oh, I love it.
I can open your eyes.
Well, and you know, this whole new world, Jasmine's like, I am feeling it. And she kind of, I don't know why everybody has face blindness in this movie, but she's like, you know, you look like that street rat, you know,
scoundrel
guy. Yeah, you look like that guy Aladdin that I met, and that's weird. And then she's like, you are Aladdin. Why did you lie? And he keeps fucking lying. She gave him an out. She's like, I figured it out. Just tell me the truth. And instead he's like, I'm totally a prince, but I just pretend to be poor.
Yo.
And she's a ding dong. She's like, I guess I believe
even
it. And I'm like, boo.
The fucking carpet was like, dude, come on. Yeah, and Genie gave up. He's like, I can't work with this guy.
No,
however,
Genie,
they went on a magic carpet ride.
They did.
They had fucking fireworks. There was chemistry. It was hot. They had a kiss at the end. And I thought, okay, unlike Love Actually, yes, this is like 2 or 3 days. But they're just doing like a kiss, and up front is this whole like, I gotta find someone to marry, and you know, I actually already met him in like different circumstances, and then like they go through a lot. Like there's a lot of talking, a lot of like high stakes. Like she almost dies in a fucking timer. What are those called? Hourglass timer.
Oh, well, that's at the end.
I know, but like they like
happen.
went through things, and then she's like,
they
let's like
shared
get
trauma.
married. I'm like, I kind of like it.
Well, yeah.
Yes, you don't.
In this 1992 animated Disney movie, I also like it.
Oh, cool.
In real life, I'm gonna call the police, you know?
Yeah.
But right when Aladdin, he kisses Jasmine, he's like, life is wonderful, everything's great. And then guess the fuck what? He gets kidnapped, tied up,
Ridiculous.
thrown off a cliff like the Sopranos, okay, into the ocean, tied to a weight. Like, not good. Not good.
This was a real, like, Disney trope that somehow people are getting, like, I remember this being a thing, like tying your hands behind your back and being thrown into some pool, ocean, whatever, with like a weight. And I don't, they all did that. It was like cartoons that time. I don't know where that came from. I saw it and I was like, oh, childhood trauma. I remember being like, oh my God, he's going to die and we're all going to drown. It's like quicksand.
I do think drowning is like a really terrible way to die. Because I'm like, I can swim. God damn it. Let me swim.
Yeah.
You know? But Genie's there. And Genie is kind of like, oh no, you have to make a wish and then I can help you. Oh, you can't talk. But Genie kind of breaks his own little rules. And he's like, I think you made a wish, so it's fine. And then he saves him.
Thank God.
So now Aladdin used 2 wishes and there's 1 wish left. And Aladdin is like, hey, Sultan, Jafar tried to kill me. And then Sultan's like, what? Crazy. Jafar, you're fired. And Jafar's like, God damn it. But Jafar then knows that he has the lamp. And Jafar also has face blindness because he doesn't realize that's Aladdin, even though it literally looks like Aladdin. And it's crazy. And then Jafar goes on a new heist where he's like, simple. All we gotta do is steal the lamp. And once we get the lamp, we Gucci. And Aladdin is a ding-dong, and he continues to lie to Jasmine. And then he says to the genie, because the genie's like, well, 1 wish left, and now you got your marriage happening, and everything's wonderful. Can you wish me free? You made a promise. And Aladdin's like, no. And I didn't really get, like, Aladdin's reasoning, because he's like, well, I need you to, like, do stuff. And I was like, but you only have 1 wish. So, like, what other stuff is he doing?
I was like, okay, I think they're trying to, like, get him to a good place, but it came off so terrible. I think his thought was, hey, I'm not, like, really a prince. He's like, it's just because of you. And he's like, once you're gone, I don't get all this. I can't keep this up. He's like, actually being a sultan, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. He's like, I'm not qualified. I'm the intern. Like, he just was like, intern. I can't. So I thought, all right, he's really coming to terms with like, oh, this is a big, big lie. This ain't a like, hey, I want to hang out with like a lady friend for an hour. He's like, this is like a big lie.
Yeah.
So I think when he was saying, sorry, I can't do it, he was more like, I want to right my wrongs. That was how I read it. But I still think it was shitty because he promised Genie a promise.
Promises are promises.
And it's Robin Williams. Give Robin Williams everything.
Everything. And then Robin Williams is like, now I'm sad. Back in my lamp to be sad. And what happens? It gets stolen. Okay. The bird steals the lamp. And then it gets fucking crazy. Like, real quick. Jafar's like, make me sultan. And Genie's like, son of a bitch, okay. And then he's like, make me a sorcerer. And that is where I thought of David Blaine. A lot of scary magic happening.
He went the power route, though, right?
Like, yeah, he wanted the power.
Which was his downfall, because he could do all this crazy shit. He could turn into a snake. And that snake, by the way, as a kid, I was like, this is a scary snake.
It's scary. It's
a big, giant, scary snake anaconda. But his downfall was the power. He was power hungry. Got to his head.
He was. And there is a part where Jasmine pretends to be into Jafar and she like hits on him and makes out with him. I don't like it.
I hate it.
Nobody
But
likes
also,
it.
even the way they like draw her, I'm like, I hate it. I hate it.
Draw her like she's like a slave. Ooh.
Well, she has like no ribs and like.
You mean like.
Like, she's just like...
Oh, you mean like how she's like the size of a pencil? Okay,
yeah. Well, and then like her flirting.
I was like, her outfit's scandalous. Give the girl a shirt.
Well, that
Come
too.
on.
And I also laughed because I'm like, wait, under Evil Jafar, she's got like a new do and outfit? I thought like, what is that? Why do we have to have like a red themed evil outfit?
He's like, Jasmine, I've always wanted your hair in a high pony.
Like, what?
And you've only worn it as a braid.
Like a little much, you know? Take a chill. By the way, her hair's beautiful down. What's the deal?
It just was like a lot of dumb shit. And Aladdin somehow is like, you know, again, evil people. Not that I condone evil acts, but like, just be smarter. If you want to get rid of someone, like you kill them. You don't banish them with their magic carpet to like a snowland. Because then Aladdin's like, anyway, now we'll fly back and save the day.
I mean, it really was an oversight. Like, the magic carpet saves everything.
I mean, the magic carpet does, and then Aladdin.
That's right, snow.
Uses,
another ecosystem. Okay.
Yeah, we go all over the world.
Jesus.
He uses his street smart, street rat, scoundrel, slap that. Uses his smarts to be like, oh, Jafar, you're not the most powerful magic person. The genie is. Don't you know? And he's like, what? I'm going to be a genie. And then Aladdin's like, because genies are slaves. And then Jafar is a slave and a lamp. And then they're like, yep, that's right. And then Aladdin's like, hey, genie, guess what? Now I'm going to fucking free you. And did I get emotional?
Oh.
Perhaps.
Oh.
Perhaps I did.
Well,
it's really beautiful.
And the coolest thing is he could fling Jafar's, lamp into
that is fun
wherever. Which, by the way, I want that movie that we find Jafar's lamp and then Jafar's
that's
to do
the second
shit
one.
Oh, there's an Aladdin too?
Oh, Bridget, there's like 80 Aladdins.
What?
We had we had the first 3 on VHS growing up.
We did?
Aladdin to Return of Jafar is the sequel.
Oh.
I believe it was a made-for-TV movie.
Okay.
The Disney interns made it.
Okay.
The third movie is like pretty good though, because Aladdin finds his dad.
What?
And his dad's a thief, and it's like drama. It's like the Maury show. It's good.
That
I recommend the third one.
Boondock Saints adjacent.
Oh my god, it is Boondock Saints.
Wow.
Wait.
Street rat scoundrel.
Scoundrel.
Yo, Genie getting freed. Nothing better.
Good.
And what I also loved about it is Disney could have been like, well, I still just want to hang out with you, Al. And instead he was like, I'm fucking out of here. I was like, yes.
Bye.
Very believable characters in this movie.
Yeah.
I give it an A plus, a capital A for Aladdin plus. How about you, Kate?
I agree. I like this one. Did you watch this with baby Kate?
No,
Did she watch it?
I haven't.
Oh.
But I mainly, when I watched it, I was like, this would be fun for her. I think Jafar is a little scary, and like the snake part, that at the end, it gets kind of scary.
Yeah.
I think she might be like, I'm not feeling this.
Well,
yeah.
you could fast forward that.
True.
There's no songs at that part, so.
No, I think she'd get a kick out of just the visuals and the singing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
We're 1992. We're zooming up to 1999.
Oh, we were just there with the Saints.
I don't know if you're gonna love or hate me for this pick.
Okay.
So you know what category it is.
Is it rom-com?
It's definitely rom-com.
We haven't done a rom-com in a while.
I thought that. I thought you might be open to it. Okay.
Okay.
It has 2
1999.
powerhouse 90s people. We've done them, multiple movies.
Are they British?
I'm just a girl standing in front of a boy asking him to love me. What is it, Kate?
Jerry Maguire?
Wait, isn't that...
Wait. Is it Notting Hill?
Yes!
That's why I asked if they're British. Oh, wait.
Yeah, I was like, wait, it's Notting Hill, right? Notting Hill.
Sorry.
Julia Roberts, Hugh Grant.
Hugh Grant.
A bunch of other random ass people that are not random.
Bridge, you're going to make me watch Hugh Grant again, Bridge.
Listen.
I'll do it for you.
I gotta say, I think he's funny. I know he's an absurd person, but I think he's funny.
Did someone recommend this? Because
oh shit, did they?
I actually feel like Mel was talking to me.
I'm so
no,
sorry.
wait. I think it might have been Mel texting me like, "Have you guys done this movie?" And I was like, "I don't think I've ever seen that movie." And she was like, you should do it."
Wait, I'm fact checking.
So maybe it was just like it might be an informal recommendation. But Mel, we could give you credit because I'm fairly certain that was you. I don't think any of my other friends would have said that to me.
Wait, we're going... nope, no one requested it. Officially.
All right. I'll triple check
okay.
with Mel if that was something she told me, because I think it was. But wow, I definitely have never seen it, but I know that one quote, or I thought I knew that one quote, except when I thought it was Jerry Maguire, Tom Cruise, and Renee Zellweger, so never mind.
Hey, do we have a YouTube account?
Yeah.
What do we put on there?
Our episodes.
So, just like listening, but people can do it, listen on YouTube? Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Hey, Austin.
I was going to say, we got a new subscriber recently.
Love ya.
Is Austin, you're going to listen to the Aladdin episode?
Okay, so Kate.
All right, so Notting Hill.
Notting
okay,
Hill.
yeah.
Can't wait. Let's do
okay.
it. But also,
all right. Yeah.
if you just so happened to be a genie.
Oh.
Okay. We don't know how it happened. Okay. It just happened.
I don't.
And somehow I wasn't. And I don't know what happened. Okay. And you were like, yo, you get 3 wishes. I would free you.
You'd free me. I'm sorry. I thought you said I would for you. And I was like, you would what for me? That's super nice, Bridge. I'm sorry I ruined that.
Well, I think it got too emotional, so your Aquarius heart was like, I hate it.
Yeah, that is what happened. Well, Bridge, if I had a magic carpet, I would take you for a magic carpet ride.
Hey!
And you could sing whichever part of the song you want, and I will do the other part. And we could go to, I don't know, where would we fly to? Where would you want to fly to? Magic carpet ride.
You know, like as a trope, I want to say New Jersey, but I don't know. Where could we go? So haven't you always wanted to go to Australia?
Yes.
Like, let's go to somewhere fucking batty.
Love to fly over the kangaroos and the Australian Zoo and wave to Steve Irwin's ghost.
Oh my God, I love it.
Tell him I love him.
I love it so hard.
Well, and listeners, if you also would like to go on a magic carpet ride, and if you think that song is an amazing song, and you will look up what other albums came out in 1992 to understand how Aladdin won Best Album.
Oh, okay.
Like,
is this for you? Okay.
Yes. I think there's got to be somebody else who was like, whoa, mind blown on that fact. And if you think that Robin Williams is a saint, respect with the right hand, because he is dead. We miss him. We love him. And I'm sad to hear he didn't get, compensated fairly. Disney. I fucking hate that. But we love Robin, so go team.
Yeah.
If you think all that, you should write us a review.
Hey!
We love reviews. We love written reviews. You can review us on Apple Podcasts, along with some other podcasting apps. And we also have a website, sisterswhoseenit.com. On our website, you can request a movie.
Woo!
So there is a form you can fill out. Your request goes on a list. And we look at the list every now and then, and we will do it eventually. And Bridge, what else can they do on our website?
They can give us money.
Woo!
And buy merchandise. Unfortunately, though, we don't have a magic carpet.
Not yet.
Ah!
Who knows? You'll see.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah. It's always a surprise. So
Wow.
yes. So check all that out, listeners, and we hope to hear from you. All right. Well, we'll see you all next week for Notting Hill. That's my English accent for that.
I'm just a girl standing in front of a boy.
Is she British in the movie?
I don't think so.
American.
She's
what?
like an actor who's there. Oh. I just remember weird random parts, but I mean, most of these don't hold up. So, Katie, I hope you just get your seatbelt on. Let's fucking go for this ride, you know?
I'll go for the magic carpet ride to Notting Hill.
Let's party.
If I have to.
All right. A whole
new world! Don't you dare close your eyes.
A magic place.
Hold your breath, it gets better.
Bye-bye. Just like a ship. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Love you.
Bye. Thanks for tuning in to Sisters Who've Seen It. You can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to podcasts. Check out our website at sisterswhoseenit.com, where you can email us, request movies to be reviewed, and keep up to date with all things sisters. Also, make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. See you next week.